Good evening and welcome back. I hope you had a great day. Let's just take a moment to settle in, to ground yourself, to prepare to let the day go and ease into your night. Just take a deep breath in and exhale it out, and do that a few times. And with your exhale, just imagine you're letting go. You're sinking a little bit more deeply into the surface, and you're just feeling the tension melt away a little bit. Even notice your shoulders, are they up a little? And if yes, let them go with your exhale. Let's do a little review of the day like we did yesterday. So we looked at 3 things that went well. You can put them in your 5-minute journal or regular journal, or you can just think about them with a little bit of energy. So what are 3 things that went well for you today? Something you feel happy about, or grateful, or joyous, or just relieved. So just take a moment, and you can always pause the recording if you need a little bit more time to write. That's perfectly fine. And really let that sink in, to focus on the positive for just a moment, on things that went well. And then if there is anything left from your day that you need to put aside so that you can get a good night's rest, let's practice our conscious compartmentalization. And I find it really helpful to not just think about it, but to actually put it on paper. That symbolic, that practical act really is really powerful. It's practical and it's symbolic in a way, because we're consciously compartmentalizing it and containing it to be reviewed at a later stage, whether it's a to-do or something challenging you don't want to think about right now. So just put it in your journal. And the last thing is to think about your intention for tomorrow, what you're going to do tomorrow or focus on, how tomorrow might be a little bit better than today. What might you do differently? And just think about that and just kind of feel it out. What would be the right thing? What would feel good tomorrow? What would be a good focus for me to have tomorrow? And then put all of that aside. You're done with the to-dos for the day, hopefully. And all that is left is to do a soothing, relaxing, grounding meditation. And what I thought about for today is the rain meditation. So the rain meditation was popularized by Tara Brach in her book Radical Compassion, and many of her talks and guided meditations. This is a great book, by the way. I highly recommend it. Really wonderful. And the rain meditation is really great when you are dealing with difficult emotions or situations, sensations in your body or elsewhere that you're having a hard time kind of moving past. And sometimes at the end of our day, right, even if we've practiced conscious compartmentalization, there is something left that's sort of stuck in our body and it just feels unpleasant. And this is a wonderful way to let go of that a little bit. And of course it works during the day as well. So take a deep breath in and let go. If you're lying down, just make yourself really comfortable. If you're sitting, just notice if there's any tension that has crept in and let it go with your exhale. Almost imagine that you're sighing the day out and letting it go that way. And you can sigh loudly, or exhale loudly. That can be quite wonderful. And then scan your body head to toe. Is there anything that doesn't feel good? Any thoughts, experiences from today or another day, emotions, maybe physical sensations that don't feel good. And then land on something, and we'll go through the rain process together. And if you have nothing, feel free to just breathe and relax and maybe just listen to this. But you know, it's part of life to deal with unpleasant situations or emotions or whatever it might be. So the R in RAIN stands for recognize. And what we do here is we recognize what is going on and we sort of internally label it. You could label the emotion, anger, frustration, fear, sadness, shame. You can label the thoughts, didn't do enough, not good enough, not likable, whatever it might be. You can label sensations, tension, pain, discomfort. Just take a moment and go through and label it and move into that kind witness role. And what we're doing when we're labeling, when we're recognizing, we're removing ourselves just a little bit from the experience. Now we're a little bit in the observer instead of just feeling it. The A in RAIN stands for allow and accept. Very often when we encounter something difficult, whether it's an emotion, an experience, we sort of brace against it. Even physically something changes and we get tense, we get tight, we want to push it away and fight it. And here what we're doing is we're saying, okay, I accept that this is here right now. And you can even imagine you're opening up a little bit away from that bracing, that tensing. Okay, I accept that this is here. I'll allow this to be here so that I can deal with it, that I can process it. Fighting our emotions really doesn't work that well. So if we give it some space and allow it, it shifts the energy. Let's just take a moment and find the right wording for you. And then move into the I of RAIN, investigate. And what we do here really is we get even more into our bodies. You know, so often we're disembodied, we're in our head, we're in the story, right? In the narrative, and it's sort of just swirling and it doesn't feel good. What we're doing is here we go back into our body. Where am I feeling this? What does it feel like? Is it big? Is it small? Does it move? Does it have a temperature? Where does it hurt? And we just notice that again with that kind or friendly attention to ourselves of saying, oh, okay, this hurts. This is here too, and this too. You can even say, this too, this is here. And investigate can also mean that we gently probe, is this new? This feeling, this sensation, have I felt this before? Is there a pattern? Okay, then you can recognize the pattern. Very often we have these patterns of thinking, the stories, the scripts that run in our mind, and to actually pay attention and notice how they feel in our body is a very powerful exercise out of the story into the sensations. And a question you can ask here in the investigation is, what do I need? What does my body need right now? And that leads us into the N of RAIN, which stands for nurturing, and sometimes people also call it non-personalization. So the non-personalization is something along the lines of, I'm feeling this right now, but this isn't all of me. I am not my emotions. I am not my thoughts. This is here for now. But everything passes, and you know that too. You've experienced that. Sometimes things linger for a long time, but things do change. And the nurturing part is really to give some kind attention to those areas that hurt. Sometimes it can help to put a hand on where it hurts. Maybe it's your head, your chest, your belly, whatever it might be. And to very gently say, okay, this too shall pass. It's okay. You're going to get through this. Whatever encouraging message you need to hear right now. Imagine you're talking to a good friend and you're giving him or her some kind and loving and friendly and supportive messages. So just take a moment with that, and if you're struggling to be kind to yourself, which sometimes we do, we all tend to be very hard on ourselves, you could just say something like, I'm learning to be kinder. I'm working on being kinder. Or you can just say something more neutral like, okay, this might pass. This too shall pass. This is not all of me. Because even though sometimes a feeling like anxiety or fear or anger can feel very big, this isn't all of you. You feel other things as well and have other sensations. So take a nice deep breath into that. And just notice the impact of that on your body and how you feel now. And allow yourself a few more deep breaths in and out. And with every exhale, sink a little bit more deeply into the surface. And let go into a restful sleep. Sweet dreams.